This is Robert Harper with Farm Bureau's Grain Division bringing you the Merchandiser Minute for Friday, December the 7th, 2018. Coming at the end of a week where we had a lot of optimism and a lot of uncertainty, all mixed in together where the markets were trading headlines, maybe more so than we've seen this year. It's been a good reminder to us as producers marketing our production to be grateful to lock in profits when they're available. When we look at the USDA this week, we did not get an announcement about the second half payment on the Market Facilitation Program. Check with your FSA offices and look for that announcement hopefully next week. When we look at the export loadings, we saw corn, beans, and wheat all come in as expected this week, but interesting of note, we are 2 times ahead of the pace we were a year ago on the corn side, just another indication of how strong the corn demand is. And when you look at beans, we're 50% behind last year's pace on export loadings. When you cross over the table and look at export sales, corn and wheat came in above expectation this week, and beans came in as expected, with once again Argentina being the United States' largest bean customer, and they've gone from being one of our top competitors to our largest customer since September. When we look at how the G20 meeting went last week, it definitely impacted your price. This week, the optimism was there. We had a gap higher opening for soybeans on Sunday night. We were not able to hold at those levels this week with some of the other uncertainty that we heard about. Funds were short coming into the week on all corn, wheat, and bean contracts. We'll see how that shakes out at 4 o'clock today when we get the Commitment of Traders report. We had a few delays in some USDA numbers due to the National Day of Mourning for President H.W. Bush, and we again saw the energy markets just struggling. We got news about Qatar wanting to leave OPEC. That's never happened since OPEC was created in 1960, that a member nation would leave. And we also saw a bilateral agreement put into place this week between Russia and Saudi Arabia to cut production. So keep your eye on that, and remember, keep your eye on that and how it relates to your corn futures. We're also going to be going into next week thinking about the CEO who was in court today of the Chinese technology company. We'll see, again, if that's going to make markets uncertain. And when we look at the trends, March corn closed at $3.85 today. That's up 2 cents a bushel for the week. January beans closed down 3 cents a bushel for the week at $9.16 in Chicago. And the soft wheat contract, the wheat futures in Chicago, the March was up a nickel for this week. Give us a call about local basis. We've seen a lot of our end users and exporters raise their basis bids on beans this week as we've come into December. And look out for next week on the 11th. We will be getting the monthly crop production report from USDA, and we'll have revised South American production numbers in that report, as well as world ending stocks. This is Robert with Virginia Farm Bureau's Grain Division.